Greetings again, and this is on Instrument Tag Fundamentals. Every instrument that appears in the field should have a tag that has all the vital information you need. That's how it's generally referred to. There are a symbol that contain device information and sometimes known as bubbles, or balloons on a PID. Like in this case, this is a T is for temperature, or generally we'll get into what each of these mean. Every letter in that means something. Tags often placed on the physical device, and they convey what they're used for. They can be used as part of the tag lockout tagout, which we need to be aware of at all times. Always observe lockout tagout. Now there's 6 basic pieces of information. You have the type of the device, and that's the shape. The location of the device. That's the line or the lack of a line. The measured or variable, T in this case. Make it clear. Erase my notations. There we go. The function of the device. That's what I and C stands for here. The loop it's located in. This is located in loop 100, and then the area is area 20 in loop 100. So as you can see, there's lots of information to be had there. We generally work with 5 types of instrument basic tags, where this is a plain circle. It's a discrete instrument that's field mounted. The circle in a square is a shared display or shared control field mounted. And set the gun is a computer function. A diamond in a square is a PLC, and if it looks like it's got hair, it's a freeze protected device. And once it's also located, without having anything here, it means it's field mounted. A single line means it's a primary location, and 2 is auxiliary location. So primary location could mean basically where the measuring device, the thing that's taking the measurement is going to be at. You can have the sensor off in the field and have it reporting back to your device. So this is a discrete instrument, blah, blah, blah. Field mounted on the process itself, they'll have no lines in the center. Now, that's the same thing that we talked about before. Now, a further indication is, especially in the primary location, which has a single line, if it is a solid line, it's accessible, which means it's easy to get to. A dashed line means it's inaccessible, which means you're not going to be able to get to it very easily. So be alert with that. Even though it's a shared display, think of it as a display on a panel, etc., and things like that. Auxiliary location, same concept. Dashed lines, 2 single lines means it's accessible or inaccessible. Usually it's a remote location away from the control room. It could be in a motor control center, it could be in a cabinet somewhere, or one of the other places. Now, the one on top, or the lettering, tells us everything we need to know about it. The first letter tells us what is being measured. In this case, P, and this is good handy, pressure or vacuum. A, it's analysis. B, it's a burner. C, conductivity. E is voltage. That's from the old school. E is electromotive force. J is power. L is level, etc., etc. T, temperature. S, speed. All of these. So in this case, that's T. We're measuring temperature. Well, what do the succeeding 3 letters mean? They mean something else. In this case, they can mean it's an alarm, like this one was ASH, so it's an alarm. It's not going to be safety, it's going to be a switch. And H means it's high. So it's a temperature alarm for switch high. And that's what this is. It's a temperature alarm switch high, TASH. Now the location, the area 50, and that's very arbitrary. That could be building, a lot of it depends on what that definition is. Now we also have loop indicators, which is what these are. All these are part of loop 401. We could have a loop 402, we could have loop 100. That'll be in different locations in different configurations. And here we have loop 100 and 100B. The same thing, but in two of the same devices, but on the same loop, but there is something different about them that you understand about.